Are you ready for a menu update?
Princess the Bear here. Today we're hanging out at the Dolphin Resort because it's time to return to
Rosa Mexicano.
Yes, there's things on the menu that are worth investigating, so we try them so you don't have to. So remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'm floating away.
It's time for foodie and chill. We have the chips and salsa. This is a very unique salsa here at Rosa Mexicano. Cheers. I love the smokiness. I love the consistency. The heat is like a 3 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's a really nice chip. With salsa, I would give it a 4 out of 5 chips.
A staple of any Mexican restaurant, if you're not getting chips and salsa, it's either extremely the finest of fine dining or you need to leave. You need to leave. Everything at Rosa Mexicano is advertised as a New York style Mexican restaurant. Whatever that means. I'm gonna need the experts to weigh in the comments on how they feel about that. The salsa's good. It's a bit less liquid and thick, not as chunky. Everything's like more minced down, but it works. As far as heat, I detect that there is some spice there somewhere. I just don't feel it. So it's like a 0 out of 10 on the heat scale, but it's decent salsa. As far as table salsa goes, you can do much worse. Give it 3.5 out of 5 plus.
So now we have the guacamole. It's been a minute since we've had this guacamole, so we did get it with light onions and no cilantro. They don't put lime, so you get to taste more of the avocado, and it's pretty flavorful. It's got medium, and it's got like a very small kick to it, very low burn. I would say like a 2 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's a very nice guacamole, and I'm gonna be excited to mix this with the salsa. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 guacamole, and that heat is starting to creep a little bit too.
Legitimately, tableside guac or nothing. If you're one of those friends that do not get tableside guac, just don't invite me, or us, or any of my peoples. We're getting the guac. I don't care if we got to pay for it. We're getting the guac, okay? Avocados are nice and fresh and punchy. I love that they make it to order now, all tableside guac, because I was made to order. But don't just get enthralled by them making. If you don't want something in your guac, it's tableside for a reason. Less onion, no onion, extra onion. If you want it to be 80% cilantro, it's your tableside guac. You're paying for it anyway. As we say, it's your vacation. Treat yourself. I think it's good guac. I know in the beginning I hated on their guac a little bit. I'm allowed to be a hater every now and then. I'll give it 4 out of 5.
I'm having a hard time deciding which one of these chips to pick. This is like a modified nacho. This is giving me vibes of Lamplight Lounge, but just a little less toppings than what Lamplight Lounge had for vegans. Cheers. That is very tasty. It's like a loaded chip, like tortilla chip, but the chip is just a little bit floppier than normal and a little bit bigger, and I really like that. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 nachos. It's pretty tasty for no cheese. But you get cheese on the side though, so you can, vegetarians, have some, and then meat eaters, you can put meat on it too.
This is a very interesting way to do nachos, though I'm not complaining. It's more like a nacho hors d'oeuvre. And if you're gonna serve hors d'oeuvres, this is how I want them. Jalapeno, guacamole, a little bit of tomato in there. I vote for no more of those little cucumber sandwiches at parties, balls, the rest of it. Single serving nachos. That's the way to go. I give it 4 out of 5 plus. My vegetarian he, she's, and theys, we have not forgotten about you. You have these nice bean and cheese empanadas, little miniature style, little cheese sprinkled on top, a little bit of sauce. It is a single serving of deliciousness. Absolutely filled to the brim with delicious cheese and the bean. I like it. It's given home style. Tasty, the outside's crispy, the inside is warm, just as one would expect. I'll give it 3.75 out of 5 claws.
Here we have the beautiful Spanish rice, vegan as is. I'm excited for this. It's really flavorful and nice. It's just a little bit on the dry side. I wish it was a little more moist. And I always love it when my rice has like tomatoes in it, or maybe some like green chili or something. This was just a little basic. I'm not mad at it though. I would give it like a 3 out of 5 rices. It's decent.
So the one good thing about Rosa Mexicano is their rice and beans are vegan as is. No modifications needed. No having to talk to an allergy chef. They don't have those here anyway. But they know their food, which is great because their servers are well trained in what they can and can't modify, what's available, how it's cooked. Probably some of the most knowledgeable servers we've seen at a non-Disney owned restaurant in quite a while. Rice is cooked perfectly. It's got seasoning. You can do it a little bit more punch because while it's cooked well, the flavor is subtle, not invisible, just subtle. I think it makes a nice side, but I feel like it just needs a little bit more of a slap in the face, in a good way. Kind of slaps you like Archer style. You know what I mean? I give it 3 out of 5 claws.
Some beautiful black beans. I just snack on these at home. Like I just cook them in the pressure cooker all the time. They're a great snack. And worth every little bite. These are very seasoned really well. Very creamy. I love the flavors. This is an addicting black beans. I could eat this every day if Bear let me, but I know he won't. I'll give these a 4.5 out of 5 black beans. These are fire.
The blackest of beans, the blackest of night. If Rosa Mexicano could make beans on the side with no lard, the rest of you can do it too, you know? We'll see they had a nice, deep, slow-cooked flavor to it. I like it. Me, I'm more of like mix my rice and beans until it's like, looks like they were never apart kind of deal. But I like it. 3.75 out of 5 claws.
So I was not vibing on the mushroom tacos. I've had those before. They can do enchiladas, but those are also mushroom based. The cauliflower cannot be made vegan, so I decided I'm gonna make my own tacos here. It's gonna be a bunch of sides. Let's go black bean with it, right? So I got black beans, put a nice little layer of black beans here. I got some rice. I'm gonna put a little bit of rice up in here. Add some Pico. Gonna throw a little bit of Pico action up in here. Grabbing some salsa. And some guac. I think that this is a decent taco without the meat or the mushrooms. Cheers. It's actually not too terrible with everything together. You got like a nice little flavor action going. I don't really feel like I'm missing anything. I wish they had like vegan cheese or like some of the plant-based chorizo like they have at Maya Grill, but I'm not mad at this at all. I really like this. I will give it a 3 out of 5 tacos. Make your own taco.
I love that they know their own ingredients so well. They allow you to basically build your own taco bowl or taco platter on your own. However, if you have all these things, as I've said a million times, you just put on the menu. Bean and rice tacos. The vegan, you make it, and the vegans will come. And if they don't, we'll tell them to come. That's how this works. Combination of the great beans and the rice, touch of pico and the guac, makes for a very flavorful taco. And honestly, I don't really feel like I'm missing anything. Even without like a vegan cheese, which is just like a little extra on top, you don't really need it. Because all the base ingredients are so good. I would give it a 4 out of 5 claws. Tacos on tacos on tacos. I decided to go light tonight. I didn't want like a full entree. I just was feeling some fish tacos because if I have to choose tacos with any protein, I'm going to choose fish. That's just the island boy in me. I'm probably a little bit broken inside. But they did warn me that their ahi tuna tacos are a little spicy. And when you tell me that, I feel challenged. Now, when I said I wanted to eat light, I don't know if this is what I meant. It's more than enough food. We have enough food. I'm not going to leave hungry. But these are like two fingy tacos with a bunch of huge piece of avocado on top, the ahi tuna inside, and like a little corn tortilla. And they gave you a lime for each, like a slice of lime for each taco. I would say it's excessive, but they put it on the plate. I'm going to assume that I need it. I don't know why. I'm just going to assume that I need this entire thing. Now, I'm not going to be a bear. I could eat this in one bite. But I'm going to act like I got some home training. Like Mama Bear taught me. That ahi tuna with the squeeze of the lime is just like that citrus. It needs like hop. Whether or not you need it, it's really up to you. You don't have to use lime. I decided to. But it's packed to the gills of ahi tuna. And I can see why they're so small. Ahi tuna portions are never massive. But they're not skimping. And it's definitely packed full to the brim with that, a little jalapeno, a little cilantro, and it sort of works. There is some heat to it. It's like a slow creep heat. But I would give it maybe like a 3 out of 10 on the heat scale. Maybe adding so much lime sort of cut through it. But honestly, it's not something I would consider extremely spicy. Now, if you do need more spice, they do have a house-made hot sauce that will add a little bit more heat. You've seen us get it here before. These tacos, as far as they are, I feel like maybe I should have gone with the fish tacos, but these are still relatively decent. I would give it 3.75 out of 5 points. So because I like putting my money where my mouth is, we have an additional taco. Here is their house-made arbol chili hot sauce. And we're just going to give it a lightest little touch. Boom. Because that's why you people come here. For the drip. We like our tacos dressed to the nines. I was correct in saying that the amount of lime that I put on it definitely helped cut through it. I'm getting 2 heats. I'm getting the ahi tuna heat and the hot sauce heat. I'm giving them combined maybe like a 4.5 out of 10 on the heat scale. It's a little hot. As I cough. It's very flavor forward, so you're getting the flavor of the chili. It's kind of peppery, but not like, let me turn on the flame and put my hand over it level hot. I would give that a 4 out of 5 claws. I'd say go easy on the lime, add a little bit of hot sauce.
This is the mezcalarita. I get this every single time that we come here. This is our 3rd time for dinner, our 6th time at this restaurant. It's very tart. I would say it's like a 4 out of 10 on the sweet scale. It could use some more mezcal. I would give it a 3 out of 5 mezcalaritas. Definitely not the best one that I've had. You can get a better one at La Cava.
So I went with their Margarita El Gusto. This one you can get with Sotao, Mezcal, or Tequila. I went with Mezcal, a nice half salt rim. Ooh. Nice, fresh margarita with agave. Now that's sweet and sour nonsense. Get a nice tart to it, drinks well. That is how you make a margarita. Get in line, Chosa. 4.5 out of 5 points. Rosa Mexicana is that nice piece of Mexicana here in Swolfen.
Everything was amazing. Our server was amazing. I have no complaints. And it's not better than my grill, but it's still pretty good.
Yes. I do like how knowledgeable here is how well they know their own menu, allowing them to fit the princess's needs. Because again, they have the mushroom tacos, but she was able, since she doesn't love mushrooms, to modify and basically make her own. And that worked out well for us. And we always give props to a place that knows their menu that well. But I don't know why you guys haven't been to Rosa Mexicano. Let us know in the comments below. Of course, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, that will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this, and
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
we'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear might eat himself out of the swelfin and into the wowda.
One day she's gonna have to find something else to do other than eat me places. But until then, you heard the girl.